Wow.
I know.
Crazy. Just, knows how to pull on your heartstrings. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us again for another reaction video today. We are doing our second video of Alan Jackson. And the first video that we did was Remember When?
Yes.
Which was an awesome video.
So good.
A great song.
Love that one.
Really great introduction to Alan Jackson for our first time.
Yeah.
And excited to see what else he brings to the table. So we're bringing on another track that you guys have recommended to us, which is how we go about this channel is the recommendations, which are golden from you guys. They always give us great recommendations, and that's how we've taken the channel thus far. And apparently you guys have enjoyed this journey that we've been on, and it's really been fantastic for us, and I hope it's been fantastic for you guys as well. But we're just getting started. And so we're continuing on this journey today down the road of Alan Jackson, which we haven't done a ton of country on the channel, right?
No, not a ton.
So
I mean, there's a little bit more now. We definitely we're doing more now than we did in the beginning.
For sure. We started with a lot of hip hop, and now we've just broadened our horizons massively. So
which is awesome though, because it pushed us out of our comfort zone, and now we've got to experience so much great stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, Alan Jackson, "Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning?" is a recommendation from you guys. So quick hit was that in the comments was you guys were saying that this is related to September 11th, I believe, 9/11. So this is a live performance. Looks like the CMA Awards, and so we haven't actually seen Alan Jackson do a live performance, right? So this will be a first time for that.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard this song before.
No.
I think obviously some significance with the song in itself too. So lots going on here in this video. And with that said, if you do enjoy it, remember to hit that like button for us.
Yes.
Hit those comments as well. If you haven't subscribed, think about doing so, and check out our other videos as well, guys. We do appreciate all that engagement because it really helps the channel, but it also helps with you guys getting what you want. So if you do enjoy it, like I said, make sure you engage with our video here. With that said, are you ready?
Let's.
All right, guys, let's do some Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson is a nominee for 4 of tonight's awards, and the songs that he writes always tell it like it is. Simple truths that come from his heart. When he went to bed late last week, he couldn't sleep because of an idea that he had for this song. It kept running through his head. So early in the morning, he got up and he wrote this song, and we're honored that he's chose to do it for the first time in front of anybody. Please welcome Mr. Alan Jackson.
Wow.
That's cool.
So with that said, I can only imagine the significance of this song being performed for the first time anybody's hearing it. Basically, it's probably a big deal.
Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Out in the yard, your wife and children working on some stage in L.A. Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor? Or did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know? Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sob for the ones left below? Did you burst out in pride for the red, white, and blue, and the heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I've talked to God, and I remember this from when I was young. hope, and love are some good things he gave us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped?
Wow.
I know.
Crazy. Just, knows how to pull on your heartstrings for sure as a
Yeah.
storyteller.
For sure. He did such a good job of that in the first one. He's doing it again now.
What's that?
He did such a good job in the first one that we did. He's doing it again in this
Yes.
one.
Yeah. Just all the visuals that he makes you, I think, not that I want to get into hip hop a whole lot because this is a whole different genre, but I think the thing that we're accustomed to with some of those artists is being able to paint a picture really, really well. Yep. And like this reminds
He
me
does
completely
that
of
very
that,
well.
of like painting that picture
Totally
so
agree.
vividly. And I just love the way he puts together that story with the emotion specifically in this song of making, like I said, you feel those heartstrings that he's pulling on. And, again, the significance of this song at the time as well. This is like what, for me.
This was shortly after, right? Like just shortly after it happened.
And for me, this is what my expectation is from artists that are predominant in the industry and leading the way, or should be, is that in tough times like this you need a voice, right?
Yep.
And he's being that voice of hope. And
100%. Standing up and doing something to bring the people together.
Yeah, and so I really, really enjoy that, and just love, what he's representing with this song.
100%. I also really like his crisp delivery because it allows you to focus on, like you said, that he's painting the picture so vividly and just listen to what's aesthetically pleasing instead of trying to focus on what he's saying, like trying to hear it.
Yeah.
It just naturally comes and you can just like watch it.
Well, yeah, from a songwriting standpoint, seems like it's been stripped down a lot to allow his vocals to thrive, which he has a great vocal. And the instrumentation, though, is enough that it adds that emotional premise to it to make you feel in line with what he's saying, just make it resonate that much more.
Exactly.
And so, anyways, let's get back to Alan doing his thing in such a great way.
Us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Teaching a class full of innocent children, driving down some cold interstate. Did you feel guilty 'cause you're a survivor? In a crowded room, did you feel alone? Did you call up your mother and tell her you love her? Did you dust off that Bible at home? Did you open your eyes, hope it never happened? Close your eyes and not go to sleep? Did you notice the sunset the first time in ages? Speak to some stranger on the street? Did you lay down at night and think of tomorrow? Go out and buy you a gun? Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching and turn on I Love Lucy reruns? Did you go to a church and hold hands with some stranger, stand in line and give your own blood? Did you just stay home and cling tight to your family? Thank God you had somebody to love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I could tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things he gave us, and the greatest is love. The greatest is love. The greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day?
He's so good.
Should have got a standing ovation for that one.
Yeah.
That was a great performance. You know, everything.
Especially for first time performing it.
Yeah, and you know, there was a lot about it that I liked, but I did want to mention that, you know, when we remember in the song "Remember When," I said in that, when we were doing that video, I said every single time that he says "Remember When," it kind of hits you in a different way,
Yeah.
because of the way he's able to deliver it. And I felt like the same way this time around when he was saying the word love.
Yeah.
At the end of, you know, that line, every single time, it would be like, you know, again, like he just kind of hits you.
Yeah.
And he's really able to emphatically punctuate that feeling of emotion very well, and encapsulate it, I think, very well. So I really also like the violin in there that they had playing, which
Yeah, the
kinda,
instrumentation was very nice.
you know, strings tugging on your heartstrings there.
Yeah.
But you know, and like you said, his vocal is so clear, but I almost forgot that we were listening to a live performance.
Oh, I know,
at that
'cause it's
moment,
just
because
so
it was so
good.
so
Yeah.
natural, so clear,
Yeah,
and so
the
polished.
quality. Yeah, yeah, and I love how he, like, it just seems so simple that, you know, like the things he was saying, like saying hi to your neighbor, or, you know, coming home and like hugging your family. But those are the things that, like, when events like this happen, it makes you stop and take a step back and like kind of, you know, reset your mindset a little bit to focus on what's important in the simple things.
Be present.
Exactly, right? And I think that he highlighted that very, very well in the lyrics in this.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think he also in the song was just basically highlighting that everybody was at a different point, right? Like it didn't
Yeah.
matter what you were doing. Where were you when the world stopped
Yeah,
turning,
it, like,
right?
made you
Because it
stop for a
stopped for
minute.
everybody,
Yeah.
and made you feel present at that moment for everybody, no matter what you were doing. So
Yeah, or who you were, right?
yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction. We definitely enjoyed that performance from
That's
Alan
awesome.
Jackson, and we'll look forward to doing some more Alan Jackson for sure. I think he's going to potentially grow a part of our playlist.
Yeah.
So
He's so good.
yeah, so we definitely enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button for us. Leave us a comment, and make sure Alan Jackson gets boosted up in that algorithm. And make sure you check out our other videos, guys. So like I said, we're always putting out new content and trying to make this channel into something special. So with that said, that's it from us today, guys. We'll be back soon with another one.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care.